like Oscar, Magic Johnson, Jason Kidd. Those guys is something I never dreamed about as a young kid growing up in LA. Normally, I don't like to pat myself on the back, but tonight I will, just because I am so grateful for the ones before me and so blessed. What a quote. Shannon, what was your biggest takeaway from last night?
Skip, I thought it was a classic Westbrook game. He played extremely hard. He wasn't efficient. He was obviously efficiency is not his strong suit. They fell down by a great number, and then Russ, being in Russ fashion, he brings them back. Skip, he almost has a triple-double in the fourth quarter alone. He had 11 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds. And it seems like, to me, as the game got in the fourth quarter, his efficiency picked up because he was 6 of 15 going into the fourth quarter. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Skip, I think he finished like 11 of 22, something like that, 11 of 23. So, but he ended up with a wasn't as
10
bad.
Of 22.
10 of 22.
Yeah.
It wasn't as bad as going into the fourth quarter as you thought. You're like, man, Russ, you're going to have one of those type games again. You're going to end up getting this triple-double, but you're going to get blown out in the process. But he will, considering Bradley Beal's not there, he got everybody involved. 21 assists again last night with only 3 turnovers. Skip, you could live with that. Normally, a guy has that many assists, he would turn the ball over 5, 6, maybe even 7 times. But he only had 3 turnovers and 21 assists. But it was Russ. And Skip, Russ is a standalone. I think the thing is we probably need to stop comparing him to Oscar, to Magic, because he's different than those guys. I think the thing is because Russ has done this so frequently. And it's not easy to do, but we've seen so many other guys. Skip, I remember in the 80s with Magic Johnson, it was a thing, a triple-double. I'd never heard of the term until Magic started doing it. Triple-double, triple-double. Like, what? You got double-digit in 3 different statistical categories. And I'm like, wow, that's cool. But nobody else was really doing it.
No.
You get Bird occasionally did it, and you get Magic. But for the most part, Skip, that was it. Nobody else was doing it. And then, more and more. And now, Skip, you got 28 different players have triple-doubles. 3 years ago, it was 37. So it's kind of lost some of its pizzazz because so many people, and it was normally reserved for great players, Skip. Only great players got triple-double. You ain't seen some willy-nilly guy getting a triple-double. Now you look up like, he got a triple-double? What? So it's kind of lost some of its pizzazz because so many random people, not the great, Russell isn't great. So Russell getting a triple-double, LeBron getting a triple-double, or Steph Curry, or James Harden, we like, okay, yeah. But Skip, when the 11th guy on the bench gets a triple-double, Skip, I just saw Sabonis. Sabonis had like 21, 20, and 9. I'm like, he good, but Skip, he ain't Elijah one.
Yeah.
He ain't David Robinson. And so I think that's what's caused this, Skip. It's lost some of its luster because so many different guys, and they're not great players, are getting triple-doubles, and people are looking at it with them, how hard is it? But Russ is not getting a 10, 11, and 12 triple-double. Dude getting 18, 25, 22 triple-doubles. He's getting 20, 20, 20 triple-doubles. Not 30, 20, 20 triple-doubles. That's different. But I think it's lost some of its luster for the simple fact so many different guys are getting it, and they're not considered great players. And so that takes some shine off of what Russ is doing, but it should not, because what he's doing is exceptional. Doesn't always equate to wins, but you know what? I'll take Russell Westbrook on my team, Skip, because he won't cheat me on effort. And that's all I can ask.
I was with you until your takeaway. I don't know that I want Russ to be my point guard in my first playoff game. I'm not sure about that. Just not sure about that. But I do want him on my team.
Yes.
I get that.
Yes.
Nobody's ever played harder. Every single dribble possession, every single step of the night, playing.
Every night.
As hard as you can conceivably, physically play. And to your point, to amplify, they're down 17 after 3 quarters.
Yes.
They're down 96-79 on the road.
Right.
And I'm thinking, oh, well.
I said the same thing.
Oh, well.
You know what I did, Skip? I said the same thing. I thought the same thing you thought. I go in, I said, I'm going to shave. This game is over. Skip, I come back.
You shave at night?
I shave at night.
Oh.
I shave at night. Skip. So
shave at day.
Skip, I shave at night. So I was like, oh, this game is over. I can shave now. I can just... Skip, I come back, and they're down 4. I'm like, what the hell? It didn't take me that long to shave.
So to your point about his stats, almost having a triple-double in the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter.
He had 10 assists in the fourth quarter. That is his career high in the fourth quarter. Because he said, this is my night.
Yep.
I'm going to do this,
Yes.
and I'm going to run through that figurative brick wall to victory.
Yep.
I am going to will my team to victory. I don't care what it takes. He led all players on both teams in rebounds with 6 in the quarter, which is extraordinary
Right.
in and of itself.
Right.
That would be 24 rebounds for the game. So I'm saying I lost track of just how great he was in and of himself.
Right.
My man Bertans from the Spur, the ex-Spur, he starts making threes, and finally he banks one in from straight on. And I said, this is their night.
Yep.
They got this.
Yep.
Okay, so now it's a microcosm of Russ's career, because it's going to come down to, can you make a free throw or a three-point shot to win the game?
Right.
You got to the precipice.
Yes.
Can you look over down into the canyon? Can you leap over into victory? And what happens if with 30 seconds left, he's got Herter on him, and he can take Herter, and he knows that if we could see this, and so he drives on him.
I thought this was an and one, too,
This is
Skip.
an and one, and he just gets body hammered. That's
Yeah.
just a body foul. That's just like a football foul.
that's an and one,
And
yeah.
Russ is like, give me a break, and he just wills the ball in the basket. He just says, I'm going to force this ball past the front of the rim. It hits hard on the front, and it just goes right over the front of the rim.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, and one. And then I sat back and I thought, I don't know if he could make the free throw, because right now he's shooting 64% from the free throw line. He's not what you'd call a clutch late game free throw
But
shooter.
he been good lately. He was 5 of 5
okay,
last
he was
night.
5 of 5. It was his night. This was his history in the making, and he knew it. So then they go down and they get a call on the other end where there wasn't a foul called, and they get the ball back.
Right.
And Scotty Brooks doesn't call timeout because Russ has got the ball,
Yeah.
and he can just see that look in Russ's eye.
Right.
And Russ goes to link the court and pulls up, and he gets what I thought was a pretty open look from 3. I thought this was pretty good. And what does he do? He does his jabby recoil stroke, that little flick back, you
Right.
know, and there's no follow through on it. And it's like wishing and hoping this is going to go in, because you got to follow through on the shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The great shooters follow through. You know, that jabby recoil
Right.
that he's got from deep 3, and it doesn't even have a chance. It just nicks the front of the rim, and it was just sort of
I thought for
vintage Westbrook.
I thought for a second he was going to attack Trey and then pull up, because he didn't need the 3, Skip. You only need a 2 and you win. You don't need a 3.
He was going for, he's just going for the gusto. Okay.
And Skip, that's it. That's Russell Westbrook.
It is.
Plays hard, not efficient. Shot to win the game. That's a Skip. I don't really think that's a good shot.
Well, again, he wanted to cap it off by doing something that we say you can't do.
Right.
Because he's just not a good three-point
He's
shooter. He
not.
never has been.
Not.
So right now he's 31.5% from 3. That ranks 155th of 159 qualified. Now, not raining on his parade. I'm actually fueling his parade, because he does what he does and he can't shoot.
Right.
And from the free throw line, he ranks 102nd of 109 qualified free throw shooters. And the people below him are named Rudy Gobert, your man, Big Penguin, Andre Drummond, Ben Simmons, Dwight Howard, Clint Capella, who played last night for the Hawks. Okay, so he's
All
down there.
Simmons bigs.
He's down there with the bigs and shooting free throws. He's a point guard, and he's an extraordinary. He is a first ballot Hall of Fame point guard, and he can't shoot threes and he can't shoot free throws. Well, I applaud that, because it's just not. He wasn't blessed with that stroke.
Right.
He doesn't have that.
Right.
The boy's got everything else.
Yeah.
And as Scott Brooks keeps saying, nobody can impact the stat sheet in all 3 categories the way he can. Magic couldn't do it. Magic said a couple days ago.
Magic couldn't score or rebound the ball like that. But Skip, normally Magic was one of the few point guards, but he was 6'9", so it's hard to say he was a true point guard, because he could have been a power forward, he could have been a small forward. Hell, maybe back then he could have been a center, Skip. But Russ is on the free throw line trying to get, when they shoot free throws, Skip, Russ gets 4 or 5 rebounds a game on missed free throws.
Missed free throws.
You don't see point guards are back. They were never on the line.
Nope.
And that's what Russ is. So give him credit. Skip, I didn't think anybody was 100, because like I said, when I was a kid, triple doubles was so hard to get. Magic had a great season if he got 10 in the season.
Yeah.
This guy got 32, 33.
I got it. By the way, I was watching him in pregame warmups last night. I was thinking, because he had on a tight top.
Yeah.
He's He's yoked up, man.
Yeah.
I mean, for a 6'3" guy, because he knew, I got to do this. I got to be this physical if I'm going to average 10 boards.
Yeah, he has to be, Skip, the kick to kind of pound him because he's going in amongst the trees. He's spending a lot of time. They're knocking him down. So he